Hello friends, I'm FIDE instructor Hemal Thanki. Today I'm going to show you one important middle game theme, that is a4-e8 weak diagonal. Yes, this theme has not been covered in any book so far. So what I will do in first part, I will show you the basic idea of this theme, and the second part I will show you the execution of the same theme. Uh, for blind players especially, we'll start with the initial position. I will speak all the moves starting from move number 1. Okay, so let's see. It's a Karakon, and after e4, c6, knight c3, d5, knight f3, bishop g4. This variation is known as two knights variation, and after h3, here the main move is bishop into f3. Now, why bishop to f3 is the main move that I'm going to show you, because after bishop to f3, queen into f3, okay, white has bishop pan, but okay, this is one of the main line that you can adapt if you are playing as the black. But bishop h5 is a bad move, and now this is what the main point of our theme is. Okay, now what is our theme? Our theme is a4-e8 weak diagonal. So once the black has played his bishop to h5, now the a4-e8 diagonal becomes weak because bishop is on h5 and is no longer come to d7. So after bishop to h5, now bishop cannot go to d7. So what we can do to exploit this diagonal? Think for a while and just thought in your mind. Okay, so let's see what happened here. So after bishop h5, we should take on d5 with our e pawn. So here black is forced to take it back with c pawn, and now you see, just because of bishop on h5 and this a4-e8 weak diagonal, now we can explore this diagonal. So we can immediately play bishop b5 check. Now here knight d7 is immediately blundered because of g4, bishop g6 and knight to e5. And now there is only one way to defend this d7 knight, and which is knight gf6. And here white has a stunning blow, knight into d5, and that's it. The remaining part is very easy because next move is just knight into f6 followed by bishop into d7 and white wins. Okay, so let's come back to sixth move, that is after bishop b5 check, black goes for knight c6. Now what to do after knight c6? After knight c6, what we can do, we should gain further space. Yes, bishop on h5 is again a target. So we should start with g4, bishop g6 and knight to e5. So again we are putting pressure on c6 knight, again thanks to a4-e8 weak diagonal. So after knight to e5, now the c6 knight is hanging, and now black has to give support by either rook or with the queen. So let's check both variations. So let's say if someone goes for rook to c8, now we just simply uh, keep our knight stable on e5 with this d4 move, and now the next move white's idea is h4 h5. Of course white should not take on g6 immediately, because after h6 white didn't get anything. But if you play h4, now h5 is a big threat to trap the bishop, and if opponent plays either h6 or f6, he is just weakening his king. And so after h6 we just take knight into g6, and black has more pawn island, the e6 square becomes weak. So now h4 is a real threat. So now for example, let's say black plays e6, we can immediately start with h4, and after h6 knight into g6, g6 and queen e2, and we are going to win e6 pawn sooner or later. Yeah, so rook c8 is not a big problem. So let's now come back to 8th move, queen c7. So now after queen to c7, the e5 knight is still hanging, so we have to give support to that knight. So we'll play d4, e6. And now again pause this video and try to find out the best move as white. Okay, so let's see, if you play h4 here, what happened after f6 and knight into g6, h g6. It's difficult to explore this e6 pawn weakness because after king to f7, black can easily defend the e6 pawn weakness. So I won't prefer this h4. Now, so h4 is strongly made by f6. Now let's see what happened in case of bishop to f4. So after bishop to f4, black has a very good defensive move, which is bishop to d6. So what to do? So after bishop f4, black is playing bishop d6. After h4, black is playing f6. So here, white should play a very strong intermediate move, and that is queen to e2. Now what is the threat? White is threatening knight to d5. Yes. So for example, if black is playing any hopeless move like a6, we can just play knight into d5, and now you see black cannot take e d5 because of just simple bishop to c6, pawn into, and knight g6 wins everything with interest. So a6 won't be possible, and if say black goes for e7 to defend knight into d5, now bishop d6 is no longer possible. So white can just play bishop to f4 with the stunning threats, and still h4 h5 is an idea. Okay, so ng7 is again simply made by bishop f4, and if someone goes for knight to f6, which looks a very natural move which was played in game, but now after knight f6, black no longer can play f6. So what will happen after f6? After knight to f6, white can simply play h4. Okay, so after h4, now again h5 is a threat, so sooner or later black has to play h6, and black can simply take knight into g6. And now you see, after knight into g6, we can just win e6 pawn as well, and sooner we'll win the game as well. So here, just you see on move number 3, when after bishop g4, when white played h3 and black played bishop h5, this was a big problem. Okay, so after bishop h5, this is an opening trap, and after e d5, we can just explore this diagonal a4 e8. Okay friends, so hope you have liked my video. Please subscribe my channel for the future notification, and please like my video. Thank you very much.